The VA hospital. That's for military veterans. 'Cause I do need meat. So, I think one of the key moments that you are involved in is your charity work, and that's whether you're a Mason or not. Um, we as Masons, Freemasons, um, we go around to the veterans hospitals. Now, in my particular area of Los Angeles, there's a bunch of different lodges, and so we would go a couple times a year. And that way, all of the rounds or all of the lodges around, ultimately, you're going once a month, whether it's this lodge or that lodge or whatever, right? There is once a month a lodge that's going to a veterans hospital, a local hospital. And you remember the brown paper bags for your little sack lunch on a school field trip? It's not a huge bag, you know what I mean? It's not like you're getting a whole grocery bag. It's just a small little lunch bag. We take those and we fill them with fruit. Whether they're allergic to the fruit or they don't like fruit or this or that or the other, or maybe their teeth are soft in their old age and they can't chew an apple, it's not the point. Every lodge throughout our community goes to a veteran hospital. Sorry, taking some Benadryl. I'm a little weird tonight. Um, we celebrate every month. We don't celebrate Memorial Day once a year, Like once a year with a typical person who's not a Mason, who's online, feels pressured and inclined to make a post. Thank your VA, thank your veterans, and, God bless, not God bless Freemasonry in this instance, but, God bless the military, and thank you for your service, and I had a grandpa, and so what, dude? That's fake. Because you're only doing it once a year because everyone else is doing it, and it's the cool, chic thing to do to make your post and find some little flashy photo that says, thank you for what you've done. If all you're doing is once a year, good for you, dude. We go every month. Every month we take a sack of fruit to each individual veteran in the hospital. Every lodge goes a couple times a year, so that, like I said, ultimately, every single month, the VA hospital is being visited by the Masons. And we take the little sack of fruits around each, I was going to call him Brother Mason, to each veteran, because I don't eat meat. And we thank them for their service and what they've done for our country. And that can be any country, like if you're in some other part of the world, like we all do it. We don't just make a post once a year because it's a holiday and no one's really going to think you're the coolest one or you've got to be the first one to post it up. That's dumb, dude. We go around every single month, the VA hospital for military veterans who've been wounded in service or whatever. We thank them for their time and service to our country. To see the look on their faces, they know it's coming. Every single month, if they've been there for a long time, they know every month that we're coming, whether it's this lodge or the lodge in the next town or the next town over or whatever. They know every month that we're coming. Because every single month is Memorial Day for a veteran. And that's one of the most rewarding experiences you can have. If you're not a Mason, or if you become a Mason, whatever, right? Go to a VA hospital. take a sack of fruit, and you're going to spend a lot of money getting a lot of fruit if you're not a Mason and everyone donates or whatever. And if you're doing it out of your own pocket just for an experience, for, the sake of testing it out. So get a bunch of fruit. Even if it's not fruit and you're just going just to say thank you or something, go in there. Seeing the veterans and shaking their hands and thanking them for what they do and all that they've done for our country and for the people, and really letting them know that you care about them and they're not forgotten. Even if only like once a year the rest of the country makes a post online because it's, the cool thing to do, what are you ultimately doing for them? Do they know you care? No. Even if they're on your own personal multimedia site, because we all use multiple sites, right? But like, say, you're on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever. Every Memorial Day, there's a post, and everyone wants to be the first one to make a post. And, oh, I've already done, screw you, dude. Make your rounds to your local VA hospital, whether you're a Mason or not, and try it. Just walk in there, even without fruit or something. It doesn't matter. We offer fruit because it's healthy and, it's just a nice little treat, a nice little snack. And, it's just a little gesture of gratitude. Let them know that, you're thanking them for their service and, you spend time talking to them, and it's so rewarding. When you walk out of the hospital, whether you're a Mason and doing the VA round kind of thing every month or not, when you go to a VA hospital and you're thanking people for their service and, for all that they do, that kind of a thing, these people look at you like they're in shock. Even though they know you're coming because they've been there for a while and they know every month a Freemason comes and their whole lodge comes and they all give them fruit, To be a part of that is just so rewarding. You walk out of there because you've made their day, you made them feel special, you made them feel as though they're not forgotten. And it's not just a chic holiday to post a picture that's pretty. And who's got the prettiest picture? Because most of those people aren't even online anyway. You walk out of there feeling more gratitude for life and appreciation for the military than you ever thought you could. You give them a sense of pride for what they've done because you didn't forget about them. They'd be like laying in a hospital bed for, their knees blown off or whatever, right? These people really feel forgotten. Even if they have a cell phone on their hand and they're laying in their bed and they can see you personally put up a post on Memorial Day, you know. Are you doing that every year for them? Are you calling them out personally? Are you going to a hospital and shaking their hand? Whether you're offering fruit or not. No, because we all have our own lives. As Masons, we're proud to do this. Every single month, the VA hospital is visited by a lodge of Freemasons. Every single month, we go around to every single room, and whether they're in their room or not, like they could be off in the bathroom or off having surgery or something, we'll make sure we leave that for them to come back to. And the other people in there, well, they'll let them know, hey, they were here, they left you this sack of fruit, to thank you, and they'll be by next month. It might be a different lodge, which it is, but, the Masons will come around and we're thanking everyone for what they've done for our country. Now, if you don't live in America, you live in another country, Big deal. You've got military and you've got veterans, that have served your military, and that's what we do. It's just one of the little charitable deeds that we do. And it's really outstanding. We're not some crappy organization that, and I won't name names because there's a ton of names. If you Google charitable organizations and how much they actually donate, you won't ever want to donate to a charity again. Sadly, that's the reality of it all. But if you look at the Freemasons and the charity work that we do, just Shriners alone is a prime example. And I've mentioned before about Shriners that you can take your whole family, and stay in the hospital with your child, and like the parents will go with their children so the children doesn't feel afraid, you know what I mean? And you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about paying for your bill. You're all good, dude. You just rest, get the help that you need, and don't worry about your bills. Your bills are covered. We got you. We're good. I think that's one of the things I can say, because there's a ton of them, right? That's what it means to be a Freemason, you know? It's just so rewarding to give back. Life isn't really about what people can do for you. It's what you can do for other people. And when you're doing more than just a annual post with a pretty picture, you're going in every single month. It's more rewarding than you'll ever imagine. How could it not be? You don't need anything in return. You're not getting anything in return, but you're walking out of there with so much more gratitude for your own life and, for our military and what they've done for us and getting to know some of their little stories, and, oh, I had my leg blown off in Nam or whatever, I mean, like, they all have their own stories. And it's just, on the one hand, it's heartbreaking to see all them laying there in a bed or walking around, whatever, right? But on the other hand, it's like the greatest feeling in the world. I loved it. I'm proud of it. So I think the VA hospital really needs more people to go and visit them. But if you've got your own life going on, you can't really take time out to every single month, go and visit a VA hospital. Don't worry about it, dude. We got you, okay? We will represent the regular population kind of deal. You go ahead and worry about your work life and your family life because that's what's important. But know that we as Freemasons are out there and we'll pick up. We'll go and we'll visit the VA for you. And we'll thank them for you. You might be a nurse or a doctor, or you might be a gas station attendant or whatever your situation is in life, right? But know that for as busy as you are, you can rest assured that as long as there's a Freemason and a Masonic Lodge and a VA hospital, amongst all the other things going on, and charities and everything, just rest assured that somebody is out there, which is the Masons. We're going out there and we're thanking them for their service, and every single month a VA hospital is visited by a Mason, and it's a lodge full of Masons. We all go, and you're all good, dude. We'll thank them for you. And the benefit with being online and everything is, I can post up, hey, I went to the VA hospital and, I thanked all these veterans, and you can like on it or dislike on it, you know what I mean? But just know that you're busy and you're not a Mason, you've got your life going on, whatever your deal is. But somebody out there, which is Freemasons, know that we're going out there for you, and, we'll thank them. I'm grateful for that experience. I think it's really rewarding. Um, I'm proud of it. So I think it's really important to have Freemasons, and I'm hoping along the way in my show that you'll understand that. But here's one classic example of giving back to our service members, the military men and women, um, that have served our country or your own country. I mean, it can be like whatever country and whatever military branch or whatever, you know, we'll thank them for you. So if you can't make it to a VA hospital, once a month or every 6 months, or you got to make a post once a year, don't worry, dude. We'll let them know that you're thinking about them, and that they are not forgotten, and that there's people out there, which is us, but there's people out there that want to come in, and y'all might be busy, but we'll take care of it. We'll go in and we'll thank them for you. So in the end, they won't feel forgotten, and they won't feel like the rest of the world has abandoned them. Because it's a really big problem when you go into a VA hospital, is the depression that they feel, because they feel as though everyone else has their own life to tend to, and it's okay, it's not a bad thing. You've got stuff to do, you got a job, you got a family, and you don't have time to be going and making a special day trip. They get it, it's no big deal, but they're also laying there in the hospital, and we as Freemasons will go and we'll say thank you on behalf of the whole country. Individually, personally, shake their hands, every single one of them in the hospital. Every single month, a Masonic Lodge takes their Masons, and we go to a hospital, and we thank the military men and women for their service, and talk to them for a little bit, and just as a nice gesture, give them a little bit of fruit, and there you go. So that's one fine example of God bless Freemasonry. Because really, in the end, I mean, how could you go against something? Hair in my mouth. How could you, think negatively about someone that goes every month and thanks a service member when you're too busy with your own life or you just don't care? So, rest assured, your post on your annual holiday is good enough. It's not a slam, that's the truth. Make your posts every year, and we'll go around every single month and we'll let them know, hey, you're not forgotten, and the whole world makes posts for you on the holiday, and we love you. Thank you for what you've done. Namaste, my babies.